Happy Sunday, everyone. I just wanted to get on here and share my perception of human vibration. Some of you may not even understand what that is, or you've never heard of it, but you can think of it as energy, your positivity level, stuff like that. For me, when I finally understood vibration, I honestly understood life and a lot of things in a much better way. Like I resonate with vibration with everything now. So you can visualize like a ruler or a staircase or an elevator, being that on a ruler, number 1 is like your lowest vibration, and being 12, your highest vibration. So some of the things that would lower your vibration is things like watching the news, being around negative people, negative self-talk, addiction, drugs, toxic food. Like just, I mean, we all know what food is bad for us. And so a more positive energy frequency would be, and vibration. We talk frequency and vibration. So a higher frequency sort of things in life would be, like reading a self-help book or reading about positive things in life. Maybe reading somebody's story and it inspires you to be better or do better. Eating really good food, like eating your greens and your fruits and vegetables, and making good lifestyle choices, exercise, being around animals, being around positive people that are just, they look at things with their glass half full. Things like that. So we can go up and down, and we're also all at different stages and levels of frequency and vibration. So when you meet somebody and it just feels like they're like pulling the energy from you, they're probably not at the same vibration as you. So it's really important to meet these people where they're at and understand that they're still growing, and really protect yourself from that lower vibration. Doesn't mean you can't talk to them, but it just means you have to protect yourself and make sure that they don't dump their negativity on you. So one way I've learned to do this is to visualize a mirror in front of you facing the other person. And when they start being negative or trying to dump their stuff on you, which is what they do subconsciously, it's not that they do it on purpose. They don't like how they feel and they need to get rid of it. So if they go and they tell somebody all of this stuff, then they can let it go. But ultimately, you're taking it on and now you have to let it go. So if you don't have the tools to release it all in a healthy way, then it's just going to eat at you. And that's not fair. So you need to protect yourself by reflecting that back to them. And maybe, asking them questions like, what do you plan to do about that? Or, here's my advice. That's all I have to say. But, if they're not willing to try to figure out a solution and talk about it, then you're best to just say, this is really unfortunate, but there's not really anything else to talk about for this. So maybe let's change the subject. But if they're willing to find a solution, then that means that they're not really dumping on you and they're looking for help. So that's when we can help people. So, you can also meet people that are higher than you. So sometimes when we run into somebody that's vibrating really high, you might be the one that feels triggered. And you're like, oh, well, isn't she all happy and bubbly? Or, sometimes that's how it could feel. Or, oh, well, she seems like, she's better than me, or he thinks he's better than me, or however you perceive that. But really, it's because deep down, you want to feel that good. So, this is a good opportunity for yourself to really ask yourself, like, why am I feeling triggered right now? What is it within me that I need to do to make better choices and change things about myself so that I can be that higher vibrating person? Because we don't want to push those people away. We actually want to try to be around people that are actually vibrating in a higher frequency or vibration than us, because ultimately we want to get to the top. We want to feel so freaking good that we're literally untouchable, unstoppable, where nobody can touch you emotionally, mentally, like you're vibrating so high that you feel so good and you're so focused and you're so much on your journey that there's nothing stopping you anymore. You don't care about people's opinions. You don't care about, hurting people's feelings for being your best self. It really does become your focus is to be the best version of yourself. And you're just literally unstoppable. And that's where we all need to strive to be. So, another thing that I want to bring up is, even for me, I've been on this journey for a long time. And now that I understand vibration and frequency, I can understand that some days we go back a little bit. Like maybe we move down a step or two in the ladder. But sometimes, like for example, sometimes in the middle of the day, I find myself moving into a place of judgment. And that's something that I'm really trying to work on, because judgment it's not okay. I mean, we're all, like, literally, we need to meet people where they're at. Like, not everybody has learned lessons or grown as much as we have. So they're where they're at, and we have to respect that, and we should be supportive, not judgmental, right? So sometimes when I find myself in a place of judgment, I'll say something, and then out loud I'll say, "Okay, Kim, that's not nice." And I'll revert that comment and then say something nicer. So I remind myself, to keep in that higher vibration and not be judgmental, and actually just come from a place of love and support. So, I mean, none of us are perfect. That's why we're human. That's why we're spiritual beings living a human experience, so that we can have these experiences and learn our lessons and hopefully grow as a spiritual being. That's the whole point of being here and enjoying this beautiful world, being able to see and touch and love and feel and all these things that we don't do as a spirit. So, yeah, without starting to ramble on, I hope that kind of makes sense to you and kind of helps you sort of understand some things that maybe you didn't before. So yeah, it's just like ultimately just really try to meet people where they're at and really listen to those triggers when you do feel triggered, and know that we're actually all just learning from each other. We're all connected. We're all really ultimately aiming to get to the same place, and that's just being our highest vibrational spiritual beings. It really is beautiful when you come to this awareness and understand what this is all about. So much love to you guys, and thank you for listening. And if you're watching on YouTube, I invite you to like the video so that I know that you enjoyed it. And if you haven't already subscribed, I invite you to do so so that you don't miss any of these videos. Okay, have a good rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.